Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media. We're going to start here with some speculation. Apparently internally, Bron Breakker versus Brock Lesnar has been discussed, and one source even saying that it could take place at WrestleMania 42. Makes sense. I think we can all see why they would do this match. Of course, there are some obstacles that they're going to need to overcome. One of those being the fact that we have got two heels. That's obviously not ideal, the fact that they're both heels. You can book heel versus heel, but it's not ideal, as we said. Really, you want a babyface in there for the crowd to cheer for. So that's an obstacle that would have to be kind of dealt with in the build. The other thing as well is that I was under the impression we was going to do Gunther versus Brock. That was the match that we were going to get at WrestleMania last year. But of course, when all the allegations broke, that match got cancelled. And so here we are, right? So maybe we've moved on from that. But I think we can all agree that Gunther versus Brock makes a lot of sense as well. Again, though, you've got the exact same problem at the moment. That would be heel versus heel. So that would also need to be worked out in the build. So interesting. Something for us to obviously think about and keep an eye on. This, though, I think was probably the big news of the day. So WWE wrote Jazmyn Nyx out of the company storyline last night as she has turned down an offer to sign a new deal with the company. So Jazmyn Nyx has decided to leave WWE, and so that's why she was attacked backstage on NXT last night. So multiple sources have confirmed that she declined what WWE had offered her. When her existing contract expires, she will be free and clear to wrestle anywhere that she chooses if she wishes. So that coming from PW Insider Elite. Mitchell, thank you. Corey here just saying that Lainey Reid is expected to basically replace Jazmyn. And that does make a lot of sense because there's been a lot of Fatal Influence segments recently where Lainey Reid has been around in the background, had a few words with the group. There's been a bit of kind of dirty looks with Jazmyn. So that does make a lot of sense. Rather than speculating about why she's not re-signed and all that sort of stuff, we can actually hear from Jazmyn. Jazmyn earlier today put in this out. So a little video clip goes over a minute. Obviously makes a lot of sense to watch it all. So let's hear from Jazmyn Nyx as she explains why she's chosen to walk away.
As you know, there's been things circulating, and I kind of want to just set the record straight that I am not re-signing with WWE. This was a personal decision I had to make for myself and for my future. Personally, the contract that they were offering me for the next 3 years just wasn't going to cut it for me financially, and that's okay. I kind of just wanted to give a backstory of everything. I was playing professional soccer in Iceland, and then I got recruited obviously to WWE, which I left everything out there to come here for this opportunity, which I'm very, very grateful for. I was kind of held back a little in the beginning. I had 4 knee surgeries, so I had to recover and rebuild my knees in order to step in the ring. And as some of you know, I broke my nose. That's why I was wearing the mask. I had other injuries, concussions that kind of held me out of TV for a little bit. I will say that there's been a lot of opportunities that I've had to turn down and pass up, but now that I am out of the job, I can kind of explore these opportunities more and take them more seriously. Love my Jazmyn Nyx fans. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and having my back for the past 3 years. It's been an amazing journey, and I will miss you guys. And yeah, that is it for Jazmyn Nyx. So thank you guys for watching, and I love you guys so, so much.
So it certainly doesn't sound like she is going into another wrestling promotion. That's not how it sounds to me. It does sound like financially, if WWE had wanted to keep her, then I think they could have kept her, but it would have took maybe a bigger offer than what WWE were thinking. I think she was a good talent with lots of potential. I don't think she had massively got up and running. Like, really, Fatal Influence was the group that I think had really introduced us to her. And obviously, really, her kind of breaking out from that group would have been her really stepping out on her own. And we hadn't got to that point yet. So she was someone that was full of potential. I actually really like some of her work. She has an excellent Pele kick. I can't talk about Jazmyn Nyx without talking about her Pele kick. I think it's brilliant. So I think she definitely did have some skills. And WWE didn't want her to go. They did offer her a new deal, just financially not enough to keep her around. So don't know what we're going to see from her in the future. As we said, we might not see anything from her in the future. There was a little bit more news on that front, but it doesn't look like it's in this folder. So we'll revisit Jazmyn Nyx in a bit, because there was just a little update, nothing important, that dropped later on. So Evolve, we watched that on Wednesday. I love Evolve. I think it's a really fun show, and they have made a big announcement. So Evolve Succession. Evolve Succession. That's the name of their Tubi special. So we've got a women's Evolve champion and a men's Evolve champion, and both belts are going to be defended on Evolve Succession Wednesday. So it's usual time slot, it's usual channel. Wednesday, October 15th, they're going big. They're going to do a special episode of Evolve. I think this is a brilliant idea. The thing about Evolve is it's kind of the talent that's getting ready for NXT. So I don't think that talent is kind of big enough star power wise to have their own PLE. So actually just turning the TV show once in a while into a special, that's great. I think that's really, really good. So that was a pretty big announcement that came out of Evolve this week. And you need to know about this, because not only do you need to know that that would be a really good episode to watch, which is on Tubi. I believe it goes on YouTube the next day for people internationally. But check this out. Ryder, thank you. So everyone in attendance last night said that they had one of the best women's matches in a while. I'm really excited for it. And I hope that Evolve Succession gets aired soon enough. Both Callie and Kendall are the future. So we know that the women's championship match is Callie Armstrong against Kendall Gray, right? We found that out this week. Thankfully, I didn't see this because obviously this is a spoiler. But thankfully, I didn't see this before watching the show, right? But this is the match we're getting. And everyone that was there, or a lot of people that are in attendance, are saying it's an absolute banger. So we should be getting treated to an absolute banger of a women's match on this show. So again, something else worth knowing about. Okay, Roman Reigns is scheduled to finish filming Street Fighter today, according to sources close to the production. This would mean that Reigns is going to be available to resume appearances for WWE shortly, if the creative need him to. So I wouldn't read too much into it. Obviously, he seemingly is going to be available now. I don't know kind of what his contract says, if he's got a bit more time, because obviously he only works so many dates a year. So, but either way, Street Fighter filming for him is going to wrap up now, basically. Right, fly music, thank you. So there we can see stitches, and we can see the extent of that Jey Uso wound. Basically, he hit himself in the head with a chair at WrestlePalooza, and I'm pretty sure he's not laughing about it. But that's gnarly, isn't it? I mean, that is one hell of a cut. I mean, to cause that kind of damage on your head as well, I mean, you have really took a blow. So you could tell that he had, knocked himself silly. I mean, he can't even spell the word tough correctly. I mean, that's how much damage has been caused. So there we go. He's saying tough AF. Kevin Nash just giving us an update. Obviously, we know that he was going in for procedures, and he said the procedure went fantastic. So that is great news. His penis reduction was a success. He said, actually, the strain of no longer pushing blood in the entire hog brought my heart rhythm back to normal. Thanks to everyone concerned about my well-being. And Tom is certainly glad to hear that news as well. So, Tom, thank you. So, there we go. Kevin Nash looks like he's well on the road to recovery. Okay, Taker 1990. I don't know. So there was a post that got put up by WWE, and it had Riyo and Io kind of leaving the ring, and it just said Riyo with a heart. Now, that's what the fans called them. The fans called them Riyo. I mean, it's not complicated. You take the R from Riyo and then put Io after it, and you get Riyo, right? So I don't know if that's what WWE are going to call this team. Certainly WWE's social media team referred to them as that. So, but whether WWE go full in on that, right, and call them Riyo, I have no idea. But that's basically what that's about. WWE officially announce Rhea Ripley's tag team name. I mean, it's a bit clickbait, to be honest. It's not quite that. It's just that someone on social media for WWE referred to them as Riyo. But as we said, that is what a lot of the fans of those two refer to them as well. Okay, this match between Kendall Gray and Chantel Monroe, bang. So we talk about Evolve, but I can actually show you a little bit of Evolve. So this is just a little GIF. This is the match we enjoyed tonight, and the spot I want to draw your attention to is now. Look at this. Oh, I flipping love that. During our watch long, I was like, I don't even understand the mechanics. I think she's kind of like grabbing her like that, and here it is. I can't even work it out. I mean, it looks simple, but I can't work it out in my head what she does. Not this. There. It is like that. It is like she twists up. Oh, God, it was so good. It was so good. It was a really good match. So this was our number one contenders match. The winner of this would go on to face Callie Armstrong. And, of course, we know Kendall Gray would go on to get the victory. And so she's going to face Callie. And apparently that's a banger. Here it comes. Oh, love that. Flipping love that. Right, excellent. Really great match. Really great match. Okay, NXT. So, Johnny, thank you. This is some footage from people that were actually there. So we can see the big brawl. Is that Ren getting smashed around? Go on, Ren. Fight back, Ren. Yes, that's right. NXT, 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 NXT. Now we've got all the people coming down. Look at this action. Trying to break them up. It's all kicking off. I think this part, I mean, I don't know if any of this actually made it onto screen, but that was the bit we were focused on, wasn't it, in the background? But I think it's probably from this moment now where we weren't seeing these bits. This is the bit that we didn't get to see. See Moose in there as well. So this is the TNA invasion. TNA invading. There's Matt Cardona. So TNA get the ring. This thing, you know, order is restored. There's the NXT talent. Look at that dude. Is that the guy that's filming? Irvin Dominguez. It's great footage. Great footage. Javon, I believe, there. Almost losing his pants. So there we go. Just a glimpse of kind of what went down after NXT went off air. Right, here is Matthew Raywalt. I think that's how you say his name. I obviously know him as Aiden English. So, look, at the end of the day, this conflict involves all of us. Watch out, NXT. But I swear, if Mackenzie and Vic Joseph pull some Romeo and Juliet BS, I will eat my hat. So, is this from Anchorman, isn't it? Where we've got, like, the two sides. There's Team NXT, there's Team TNA. And, yeah, it is all out war. That's what's going on right now. So, Johnny, thank you. Edward, thank you. So, here's some photos, look, of Shawn Michaels coming out. He's trying to address the TNA talent. And you can see, like, Shawn coming out. I mean, they really did go all the way with this as well. So, really, really good. Shawn trying to come out and keep the peace. It's good. They've gone big. I hope they know, obviously, where the story's going. I'll tell you the other thing as well is, how do you actually bring the two sides back together again? I mean, like, if you're going to get all the NXT fans upset with TNA, and if you're going to get all the TNA fans upset with NXT, have you got a strategy as to how, at the end of this story, we're all going to come back together again, right? Because I didn't have a problem with TNA. So if we're doing a big war and you want me to support NXT, which I'm obviously going to do, what's the plan? Have you got a plan? Please have a plan. Please have a plan. I hope you've got a plan. Okay, TNA has got Orlando shows scheduled in November with a venue listed. It was said to Fightful Select that this isn't by accident. There is an extended plan to continue the invasion angle through Bound for Glory, so that's not just a one-off. I mean, that was TNA striking at NXT. Obviously, now we would expect NXT to strike at TNA. Please have a plan. Please have a plan as to where this is going. So there we go. So yeah, they've got some shows scheduled in Orlando. And yeah, not by accident. It's going to involve Bound for Glory, apparently. So Wrestling Dynasty, thank you. John Cena reacted to Matt Cardona's appearance on NXT just by posting an image of him on Instagram. So John Cena acknowledging the fact that Matt Cardona came back. And yeah, this was what I was looking for earlier. I think it just went in the wrong folder. So this person was like, if they get 80k to 150, how is that not cutting it financially? Now, I never thought they got that much. My understanding was it was more around like 35, 40 kind of range. I mean, obviously, that's probably from a few years ago. Could be at the 50,000 range now, right? But certainly not 150. That's not, I mean, maybe there's some people getting that in NXT, but and Jazmyn said, if I was making that, that would have been great. So Jazmyn's responded by going, nah, that's not how much was on the table. So there we go. I thought that was interesting. Thought you would find that interesting. So Edward, thank you. So that was the NXT folder. Let's go other, shall we? Just a few bits, but this was really good. So an unreleased LJN Sergeant Slaughter prototype. Now, just a reminder that LJN was like, I think the very first WWE figures. So the fact that there is a figure from the 1980s that people didn't even know about, right? Didn't know was meant to come out and then didn't. That's obviously quite big news in the figure world. So an unreleased LJN Sergeant Slaughter prototype. It's pretty cool that this surfaced online today. It's never before been seen. And there it is. So these figures came out. Like, we've seen those LJNs, but it seemingly no one knew about this Sergeant Slaughter. This one never came out. And so there is an LJN figure that the world never got. So, yeah, that's really fun, that is. That's really, really cool. Really, really cool. I think that's really, really fun. Something a little bit different. Edward, thank you. This is great. This is CM Punk and AJ Lee congratulating Stephanie after winning her belt.
Come champ, great. Oh my God, the finish was so good. Crush that.
Oh, because I did it. I'm crying.
Come champ, finish great. Oh my God, the finish was so good. Crush that.
Oh, because I did it. I'm crying.
Look at that. That's brilliant. I love that footage. I love that footage. Right, Masha Slamovich, we're not going to spend long on this because, of course, she's a TNA talent, but it sort of involves WWE because a lot of people wondered if she was going to be part of the invasion. Apparently, she wasn't actually removed from the invasion plans. I don't know how long they've sort of known about this or what's been going on, but apparently she wasn't part of those plans anyway. But her contract comes up soon, so this is obviously terrible timing. But yeah, the allegations are that she was abusive to her partner. There's images online. There's text messages doing the rounds. She's come out and made a statement 3 hours ago. So Masha Slamovich, who we've seen in NXT, said, up until the beginning of this year, I was in a toxic and mutually destructive relationship. We hurt each other deeply, and in private moments failed to treat each other with the consideration and respect that we both deserve. I take responsibility for my actions, and I am sorry, embarrassed and ashamed of the role I played in our relationship and the way that things turned out. In the time since, I have sought help to reflect on this time and deal with conflict in a more mature, healthier, and sustainable way. I apologize to those that I've let down, including my former partner. I hope he is able to heal. This will be my only statement on the matter, Masha. So there we go, Masha making a public statement there. And obviously there's been a lot of reaction to that, as you can imagine. Right, Edward, thank you. Here's Stephanie responding to Myles Borne. So I didn't include Myles Borne's message. It's just like, you're amazing, you did it, you've been chasing your dream. It's just a lovely message to his partner, Stephanie, the kind of thing you would expect, right? And I thought, I don't think we'll include that today, right? We had a lot of other things. But I actually thought her response was a lot more noteworthy, right? So she responded to Myles Borne, you are an amazing man who always takes care of me like no one else. I love you. And this victory is also yours. Not only because you took care of me during the 3 weeks before the match when I was very sick, but also because you've supported me every single day since the moment we met. I love you. Wow, that's powerful, isn't it? What a message. So there we go. That's Stephanie sending a message to Myles Borne. DJ Muck King, thank you. So I just thought this was interesting that Sable was with Brock. Apparently this was after WrestlePalooza, which sort of suggests that Sable was around for WrestlePalooza. So it looks like she's kind of traveled with him. Probably wise to keep a close leash, I would imagine. But there we go. They went off to this speedway, Indy Speedway, and apparently this was after WrestlePalooza. So yeah, don't see Sable out all the time, to be honest. So a little bit of a rarity. Okay, Edward again, thank you. This was Liv Morgan's Instagram post, maybe suggesting that Dominic has swung by. Little bit of Netflix and chill. So there we go. That was Liv Morgan's IG post, seemingly suggesting that she's with Dominic right now. And here again, we've got John Cena Sr. So this is John Cena's dad, just criticizing The Rock for his kind of role earlier this year, setting up and teasing this massive turn, executing this massive turn, and then going missing. And kind of those frustrations that we fans felt about that, he was just expressing as well, which of course is very noteworthy because he's John Cena's dad. So there we go. Right, fun folder. Wrestling's biggest fan, thank you. This is fun. This is just a little compilation of Austin Theory doing his Stone Cold impression.
Now I'm sitting here looking at Bret the Hitman Hart. He wants me to show up to Survivor Series and step in the ring with him, and he's got on his little pink gear. He's got on his sunglasses. Any of that. You know, I was up there with Brenda or Deborah, whatever her name is, walking around with the dog. Austin Theory in the War Games match. Go whoop my ass.
That's uncomfortable how good that is.
Yeah.
It is good, isn't it? Austin Theory doing his Stone Cold impression. Okay, Edward, thank you. So here we've got I Fried Nemo. Don't know where this is from. I'm guessing it must be from Lillian's Instagram. But, oh my God, every time I see Riyo and just how covered she was, it's incredible how good of a job Asuka did.
Oh my God, I've turned blue. You okay?
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
Oh my
I got the poison mist.
It's okay. I didn't get it in my eyes though. Thank goodness. Wow.
No, you don't want it in your eyes. That hurts.
Ouch. Ouch. Oh my God, I've turned blue.
They must have had a lot of fun with that backstage. Right, ARC Gaming, thank you. So there is Carmen Petrovic. She was just in the background during NXT, but she just wanted to let us know she was paying tribute to the woman who raised me, paying tribute to Trish Stratus. So very, very good. Right, this is a great Wednesday. Yeah, really fun. Really, really fun. So here we go. Let's check this out as William Regal makes a guest surprise appearance.
Hey guys, happy Wednesday. So today we have
Charlie Dempsey.
Charles. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get to the questions because this one's a really good one. I promise this time. It's not a setup. Who's most likely to use brass knuckles? Charles or Ren?
You?
Me?
Yeah, I think you could use the advantage with your current
No, like who would I?
streak.
That was rude.
Charlie, not bad. Why don't you ask him the question?
Sorry, what? What do you mean get off? I've only just come on.
Can you read that?
He's got one job to do and he's wearing makeup.
I don't know what to tell you. They let anyone in here nowadays?
Yeah.
There's the question right there.
Brass knuckles?
Yeah.
I hope you wouldn't lower yourself to such devious tactics. I brought you up to be a gentleman, a sportsman. It's nice meeting you.
Yeah. Bye, Dad.
I know that guy.
There we go. It's great, isn't it? It's great. I don't like to show her Wednesdays every week because I feel like I'm just stealing her content. So we just show them once in a while, but that's a really good one with William Regal. And honestly, a few people pointing out, I know Nails and NY was pointing out about the fact she says dad at the end. I don't know. I didn't get a read of anything there. I mean, I don't think she's in a relationship with Charlie Dempsey. I honestly don't know. But I kind of think she was more starstruck and just went, bye, Dad, and just kind of came out with it. Maybe like, when you just can't find the right words. That's kind of how I interpreted it. But don't know. Perhaps there is more going on there than I'm aware of. But very good. Brian said, this explains why they never gave Shotzi her tank back. They're going to need it for the war. I just read that. I was like, man, that's a really funny tweet. So, Brian, I really like that. That does explain why they didn't give Shotzi her tank back. They knew this TNA war was coming. So, very, very good. Right, Tiger Band, yes. So Tiger Band getting a like from Lexis King. Congratulations, my friends. Here we've got Valerie Loreda, Lola Vice fan. So can you please mention me? And we're saying Lola is going to make history. She's going to be the first Cuban that's going to win the championship, and we've got some fan art, and yes, so obviously we'll be doing No Mercy this weekend. Very excited about that. This gives me an opportunity to mention that we are going to be doing the watch along this weekend. So we've got more wrestling on Saturday. It's always great to have wrestling watch alongs on a Saturday. Obviously we did WrestlePalooza last week. Now we're going to be doing No Mercy. Can Lola Vice do it? She's going to try and get that championship from JC Jane. And we know that Ricky Saints is going to try and win the NXT championship from Obafemi as well. I think Ricky has got a good chance. I think Lola has got a good chance. I think it should be a very noteworthy show. I'll be shocked if we don't get at least one title change. I really will be shocked. And who knows, maybe TNA make their presence felt again. Right, Sanan said, I finally got my Uncle Howdy Ultimate and my Joe Gacy Elite. Look at that. Well done, my friends. Add into your collection. I know loads of people that have picked those up. Really popular figures. Dean said, look who just liked my post. Does this mean I'm part of the secret Hervis? So a like there, look, from Slagent P. And not only that, look, you got cybersecurity following you as well, so, and Angelina Jolie. Oh my God, we're up here looking at Slagent P, and then you get a follow from Angelina Jolie. What? I mean, you'll probably get Brad Pitt following you tomorrow. Amazing. So, Dean, shout out to you, my friends. And Hannah, shout out to you, said, I started to make some WWE bead bracelets, and the colours are all based on either the wrestler's gear or graphics. So, WWE, Cody, Seth, Yeet. We don't have a wrestler called Yeet, so you might want to throw that one away. We've got The Man. We don't have a wrestler called The Man. We've got Naomi, though, and we do have a CM Punk, so you did make a couple of mistakes. All of these are wrestlers' names, but there's a couple there that aren't, unfortunately. But very good, very good. Putting in a bit of work and getting some great results. So there we go. That's what's going down in the community. Let's do thanks, get out of here. Of course, we'll be back again tomorrow with another episode of Unseen. We're back on Friday, and with SmackDown, and as we said, back on Saturday with NXT No Mercy. So, Huddle Talk, Edward, Emmanuel, Chanel, Raymond, it's Kaz81, Wrestling's biggest fan, Juan Lopez, Sweet Jim Wrestling, Claire Webb, Silverback Walker, Ty Sinister. We're ready for war. Yeah, we're ready for war. And He Who Smiles. Appreciate the support, my friends, and have a great day. We'll be back later with another Unseen. And again, you know, I'll see you maybe SmackDown, maybe No Mercy, maybe never again. I don't know, but have a great day wherever you are. Bye for now.